Cool. Let's give it a second here. In fact, I'm gonna push a tweet from ZetaChain, see if we could get some more folks in the room here. Cool. I think we're waiting on one more contributor. Paradox. I forgot what your handle is, so go ahead and raise your hand if you're in the crowd. All right, cool. Yeah, we can get started here. So this is the first Zeta Demo day. Goal is to showcase some of the awesome apps that you guys are building in the ecosystem and future plans for your projects. And yeah, keen to learn and hear insights about your experience building in crypto. And we can keep this interactive and field some questions in the chat from the audience. Yeah, maybe let's start and just go through some intros from y'all. Murgank, you want to start?
For sure. Am I audible? Like, I'm just trying to make sure things are working.
We can hear you just fine. Yeah, I think let's go through some intros for the audience, and then we can jump into demos, and you're welcome to go first on Eddy Finance side.
Sure. Hi everyone, I am Mrigank. I'm the co-founder of Eddy Finance. At Eddy Finance, what we're trying to build is essentially an Omnichain DEX where you could move your assets between chains and not having to worry about things like slippage, high gas fees. And we do that via ZetaChain's Omnichain smart contracts. Our core focus has been to enable asset moving between chains, but without having to go through wrapping. That means that we provide higher security on that. And then also, as the next leg we are progressing, we are building towards more optimizations to make sure your slippage is even lesser. And then the price you get is max double. And we do that via introducing something called stable swaps. And I think we would have more interesting things coming up in this conversation around what we are building and what's coming your way via us.
Awesome. And Camille, we had a chance to meet at ETH Denver not too long ago. Why don't you go ahead and share an intro and what you guys are building?
Yes. Thank you, and very good time in Denver. Actually, we had a chance to launch our second game during this conference because we are building games on the one hand, and on the other hand, Web3 gaming infrastructure. So two of our games are live. Two of our games are integrated with ZetaChain. And we have also some cool features in case of the infrastructure, like proof of game protocol, like cool referral program, all the betting system, and stuff like that. So we are building both. And in something which we call skill to earn model. So our games are paid competitive games. So you need to actually have some skills to compete against other players, because you are competing online with or against other players, against your friends. So it's also good for social gaming and stuff like that. And the winner takes it all. So that's why we call it skill to earn games. And yeah, it's quite fun. And yeah.
Thanks, Camille. And Margaret, go ahead. We're having some trouble hearing you. Maybe let's go to Slem and then we'll come back. Looks like she's going to join back. Slem, I think a lot of people know your face, but you want to go ahead and give a quick intro?
So yes, good day everyone. I am ZetaChain ambassador lead, and my main role is CIS ambassador. Yes, I translated blogs, any news about ZetaChain, and at this moment I with my friends building NFT project named Zeta Night, and I uh, I can share very short description about our NFT project because I want share more information about us, about Zeta Night in next our MA session, maybe next week. So, if to be shortly, Zeta Night is blue chip NFT collection based on ZetaChain. Our main idea is information hub where we can share information about all ecosystem partners ZetaChain, like Eddy Finance, Upcade, MotoDEX, and our partner is Omnichain at this moment, and by City. We very want partnership more, like with you guys. That's all, if to be shortly at this moment.
Thank you. And we'll have to bring you back for a deeper dive on Zeta Nights. And if anyone is building apps in the ecosystem, let us know so we can bring that to light.
Yeah. At this moment, our website building, and we really want maybe in next week we can present our website.
Yep. And Alan just shared a pic of one of the assets, which is pretty fire, in the chat. Margaret, you want to give a quick intro? I think she's having some trouble with the audio. All right, let's get started. Mergonk or Camille, do either of you have a burning desire to go first? What do you guys think?
Yeah, I can go first.
All right. He beat you to it, Mergonk. We'll keep you on the waiting room. Yeah, Camille, I'm not sure what you have to share, like any slides, visuals, and then, yeah, in a demo of some of the gameplay would be super cool, but I'll give the floor to you.
Yeah, so just give me a second, and I will. I think the best way to actually describe what we are doing is to show our products, because two of games are live, as I mentioned, and yeah, so the best way is to interact actually with our products, and you can guys do this right here, right now. So if someone wants to try our games after this this meeting here, please do this. Also, people from our team, I know that they are active here on Discords, and we will share with you some lobby links to actually join our games. But just to give you a quick overview, under the domain upcade.xyz, you can find our platform, and two games are live there. So the Block Spectre and the Web3 Tanks. Both of those games are competitive games. So you can bet some tokens, start play against other players, and the winner takes it all. So Web3 Tanks is classic 2D tanks game, which we all know from the arcade 90s or something like that. So we should have good memories with those types of games and good emotions. But also those games are easy to play. You just need to sit, maybe do the training session before the game, and you are ready to play. The same with the Block Spectre, so it's first-person shooting game, which is our tribute to, again, classic old school first-person shooters like Doom, for example. And you are able to play against up to six players here, so you can make up to 6x within 5 minutes playing the game, because the winner takes it all. So it's not like tokens came from nowhere, like in the play to earn models. In the skill to earn models, you actually need to bet some tokens up front, and then play against other players. Winner takes it all. As I mentioned, we are integrated with ZetaChain, of course, and you can use Zeta tokens or Zeta tokens as a native token, but also we did the integration with with a Bitcoin. So it's our approach here to the Bitcoin community, and we want to explore the Web3 gaming on top of a Bitcoin network here, with all the possibilities from the ZetaChain protocol. Maybe I will prepare an environment here to show you guys how it works. Just give me a second, and maybe we can hear more about other projects. Just give me 5 minutes, and I will set it up. So during the next question, I will also show you guys how it works.
Cool, sounds good. And there are some questions coming in the chat that you can check out. Yeah, Mergank, maybe we'll jump to you and kick off an intro on Eddy Finance. Go for it.
Yes. So Eddy has like two core of sort of product offerings. The first one is the native asset bridge. Our core focus has been to drive native movement of Bitcoin and EVM ecosystem assets between each other. Maybe I'll just like demo that and sort of showcase how that works.
Sounds good.
So as you can see, that this is like the ID protocol, the first landing page that you get into. You can connect your EVM wallets. I'll just like again just for showcasing. So we support all these wallets, including MetaMask, Coinbase, Rabi, OKX, and you can just go on and connect any of these wallets. On the Bitcoin front, we support Unisat, we support Coin98, and we support XD5. In my case, I've connected my XD5 wallet. So you can select your from chain, you can select the asset that you want to bridge. For example, we want to move from ETH, or let's say in our example, we could just like take Zeta token. We can select the other chain that we want to bridge the assets to, and you could see the gas here. Uh, so, for example, on the Bitcoin network, the majority the gas comes from Bitcoin. I think the activity and the GUI today is higher. That's why the gas fees is 26, which again, if you compare to other solutions, still lower than what the sort of market offers. And this happens because there's no complex messaging layer in the middle on ZetaChain, and this makes it quite cheap. So you could just go out and then go and initiate a transaction. It opens up on my MetaMask. I'm not sure since I'm just presenting my tab if it shows up. but I could just go on and you can see like the pop-up open, and I can go and confirm, and this would take my Zeta chain into Bitcoin. So this might take up to 15 minutes, and then you have the tracking here. We could go and check out the transaction hash, which is generated on Zeta chain. And yeah, in next probably 10 minutes or by when the call ends, I could just come back and showcase where it has been. But yeah, these are the transaction details, and you can see this has been a success, and this should arrive into my Bitcoin wallet anytime soon.
Nice. Yeah,
So
that
yeah.
UI of the time ticker looks new. Um, so, yeah, why does it take 10, maybe up to 20 minutes? What's kind of
Mhm.
happening under the hood?
Yeah. So essentially, it could also sometimes take longer. For example, this particular transaction might take up to half an hour. The only reason is that currently how is the congestion on the Bitcoin network? On Zeta chain, it's quite fast, and even on chains like Ethereum, BNB, it would be quite fast. But on Bitcoin, it depends on how much gas are we sort of passing through. In our example that we saw, we were almost at paying $27 in gas fees. So that's on current going levels on the lower spectrum. So it might take a little bit more time, depends on the congestion and the output. But yeah, usually since we are again not using very complex message passing, that even might take up to 24 hours. We're able to do it in shorter time. On the time frame that may vary between 10 minutes to even uh, half an hour would be dependent on the congestion on the Bitcoin network. Um, I hope that sort of gives an answer. But yeah, like this is
Yeah.
how this operates.
Yeah.
I took an example from chain to Bitcoin. You can also do Ethereum to Bitcoin, BNB to Bitcoin, or even like from, for example, Ethereum to Zeta chain. And same way, I think swaps. A lot of you guys must be using Eddy Finance to do your swaps. I think that's pretty intuitive. I'll just go out and also share like how the rewards sort of work on our platform based on the transaction that was done. You can always go here. You can still see it's still pending. The moment it's done, it will show the success status. But you can also go on our rewards program. This essentially would load how many points you have. We break it down into multiple factors. The first one is the Eddy points. So you earn Eddy points while doing basic tasks such as bridging, swapping, adding referrals, and also adding liquidity to pools. Every time you do that via Eddy, you earn points. When you earn points, you could also go and unlock these NFTs. So we have these 5 NFTs. Each one of them unlocks a booster. The first one's a 1.1x, 1.2x, so on, till the captain gives you 1.5x. And as soon as you hit those milestones, you are eligible to claim them. For example, you could go here and claim the captain NFT, and as soon as you do that, you unlock the 1.5x boost. And your ESAD score is essentially your AD points into the booster component that you unlock via these NFTs. So this is like our mechanism. We will be launching something very soon on how our rewards are being structured, and also how these points are exactly calculated and what you can expect out of these points. So that we would be doing very soon. And on another fronts, like we have our pools, which are spread across a lot of variations. So these are usually our core pools, which currently serve the bridging as well as the swapping mechanism. That's why you could see the APY being relatively higher, because these support both bridging of the assets as well as swapping. And the last part to it is we are bringing in the stable swap pools. Stable swap pools would again boost your sort of overall efficiency of the system, where for trades as high as even $10,000 to $15,000, if you're moving between stable coins or ST Zeta Zeta, you would not vary any slippage. Uh, would be happy to again demo back, or also upload a video on our Twitter handle showcasing the simulation differences between the existing pools and what we are now moving towards in terms of higher capital efficiency.
Thanks. Yeah. And yeah, you show Eddy points, and a lot of Web3 communities have their own proprietary systems and gamification and questing. Uh, Underneath it all is the XP program, which the ZetaChain Foundation has been building, and um, eventually there'll be an open API, so Eddy can query that data, or any app, Upcade, MotoDEX, and incorporate that in understanding their user base.
Absolutely. I'm just like adding to that. I don't know if you can see my whole screen with my XDeFi wallet
Yeah,
open,
we can see
but
the
this is just
extension.
the transaction we did, and you can see this was a freshly created wallet, and we already have transferred $27.71 in BTC from ZetaChain, and I think it hardly took 3 or 4 minutes. So the congestion right now is less, and we were able to go through the transaction, and yeah, this is how we got the funds. You can
Cool.
see this is the transaction also, just in case anybody wants to go and check it out. But yeah.
If they need proof, for sure. While we're on Eddy, you were showing the pools earlier. I think you guys are building some pretty cool stuff. I'm not sure what you can share and what's public, but maybe you could talk high level about how you're trying to innovate beyond the current functionality in the DEX.
Yes, absolutely. So we are now moving to a stable swap algorithm, which we are now creating a Eddy smart router. A smart router would essentially collate all the pools that are existing out there and the pools that we create. So currently, it goes through the Uni V2 pools that exist with the current liquidity. Uh, what will happen next is essentially we are adding a stable swap algorithm, which means for assets that are pegged in nature, for example, USDT and USDC or ST Zeta, Zeta, you would have higher capital efficiency for them. We ran some simulations. I think I shared few results with the ZetaChain team themselves, but the core gist of it is if you have a liquidity of about 100K or even swaps as big as 20,000 and 50,000 USD, you would hardly lose $1 or $2. That means the if you're trying to move your stable coins, if you're trying to convert Zeta into stables, stables into Zeta, or from USDT you're trying to move into USDT DC, or you're trying to now you capitalize more of Z earn, which is you can move your staked Zeta back to Zeta and Zeta into staked Zeta. Which, by the way, as a quick sort of a DeFi trick, is if you buy ST Zeta directly from Zeta instead of staking, you actually get a little more ST Zeta, which you could go back on Zero and then unstake to get even higher ROI on your platform. And this arbitrage can also be used as a mechanics to gain about 2% every time you go through that loop in 21 days. So we saw some of our sort of core users use that trick. But taking a step back and coming back to the topic, what we are focusing on is how for these pairs we can give you better pricing, and that we can essentially guarantee that you would not face any slippage and also get a better throughput. And lastly, that also translates into when you're trying to move between blockchains. For example, if you want to move your USDT from Binance Smart Chain into Ethereum, you could also do that without any slippage, right? So if you send 1,000, you should probably get like 999.9 or 1,000 there itself, which is pretty cool and I think could be a game changer in terms of moving your stable coins between chains. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. I think just one DJ tip, which I thought could be super fun, is uh, buying ST Zeta on an exchange like Eddy and then actually going and unstaking it in 21 days and you sort of get that small arbitrage. And yeah, I mean, thought would be fun to share. But yeah, this is something that's coming up. We want to ideally release it to the public sometime early next week. Would love to get initial feedbacks, and we will definitely have some interesting launch campaign for users to come and try that.
Super cool. Giving away all the alpha. I'm realizing that there are some cool synergies here.
Jonathan,
Yeah.
Jonathan, sorry for interrupt you, but our users are asked a lot in the chat room about Eddy Finance. If you could give us a little bit of insight, will you have a native token in the future about Eddy Finance?
Mergank, you want to take that one?
Yeah, I'm sorry, I couldn't like understand the question properly. If you could repeat.
It's about having a native
It-
token in the future and how you guys are thinking about that.
Yeah, thank you.
Oh, for sure. I think so. This is something that we've been pondering for some time now. What we have done is we are in works with essentially releasing the tokenomics out soon to the public, and also giving like a basic stance of where how our reward program translates into our token. But yeah, this is something that we would be working towards. I think this is the next priority item, and exactly like the big reveal after the curve pools and the stable swap pools go live. So once that's done, I think you can expect a lot more information with exact numbers and clarity from our team.
Sounds good. Yeah, always good to take a conservative approach and find product market fit, build traction, build community. So keep up the good work. Camille, don't want to keep you waiting too long. You got that game environment set up?
Yes, of course. So let's share my screen here. Yeah, you should be able to see my screen. And yeah, so as I mentioned, we are live with those two products. So under the Upcade.xyz, you can find the whole platform, and you can easily connect a wallet here, right? So you can choose from several wallets. I prefer MetaMask, and there is a transaction or signature request here. So you just need to signature this connection. And yeah, so we are interacting with blockchain right now. We are connected, and we can choose which token we want to use to play. So to choose Zeta or to choose the BTC here. So yeah, we are ready to go. What you need to do at the or during the first interaction here is that here you can see your wallet balance, and here is your Upcade account balance. So you just need to transfer the amount which you want to use for your gains to your Upcade balance. So to our smart contract, it's all on the smart contract, of course. So you can choose a game, and I will go with a block spector. So just need to click that you want to play a game. Choose the location where you are. So here you have an information about the ping. Of course, if the smaller ping, the better gameplay. We are from Poland, so I choose the Europe server here, and you can use a matchmaking tool or create a lobby to do the social gaming and play against your friends here. So let me create a lobby. You just need to choose the amount of the bet. Let's go with the one Zeta coin, and you are able to win 5 of these if you will play against 5 more players. So let's go with the easy bet. So right now the lobby is creating, and here you have two options. You have a link, so invitation link or the code. In most cases you are unable to share links through Discord. That's why you can just need to copy this code and share it with your friends. So let me share it here on our chat, and wait for the opponents, right? So I'm waiting for you guys, and I know that people from our team are here also. So let's do the quick connection and do the quick gameplay here. But I'm strongly recommend you to try those products on your own after our meeting today. So as you can see, we have one opponent who is ready to play, and you can start a game from now, but maybe wait for more people. So it will be more fun to play against more players, and also it is always better price, right? So better or bigger amount of tokens to win, actually. Okay, so I think we can start with 2 more players. So let's start the game. Right now the dedicated server is preparing, because all of those games are on the server side from the security reasons, and for the good smooth game. We can go with the full screen mode. As you can see, it's a web browser game, so you don't need to download anything. Here you just need to use your web browser and start play against people. Also, there will be mobile versions of our games. So as you can see, am here, and yeah, so the game started. My opponents are somewhere here. So first 40 seconds is a warm-up time, right? So to check how to move, check how to shoot, how to switch your weapons and stuff like that, because you have, oh, and someone just hit me. Yeah, but first 40 seconds is like a warm-up time here, and you can try see your opponents, see their moves, and yeah, so the real game is going to start within a second right now.
I
Yeah,
wonder if
so
your opponents are in our audience here. We should bring them up to the stage.
yeah, because it's always a good fun to have a social gaming and to share all those emotions with let me just do the volume down, and share all those emotions with other players, right? And yeah, so this is a gameplay. So it's as you can see, it's pretty fun, and it's in this old school classic style vibe. We are also preparing the new version. Oh, just someone shoot me. The new version of this game, which is called Block Spectre Neo, and it will be more or less less this old school graphic style vibe. So more like a future-oriented designs here with some NFT integrations with the 3D models. So we are developing, and there was a question about next steps if we want to have more games. Of course, we want to have more games, so we are developing those games on our own. In-house, but also the platform will be open for games from another studio. So from the beginning of the next year, you as a game developer will be able to actually launch your products on our platform. So we are going to launch new games. So our third game, it will be a racing game called Moon Riders. So you will be able to race against each other. But also, as I said, the platform will be open for games from another studios, and we are going to push or to launch new features for the Block Spectre too. So new options here, new weapons, and stuff like that. So we are developing in our company. We are a team of 19 people right now, and still, of course, hiring both game developers and Web3 developers. And yeah, so more stuff from our own will be launched pretty soon. We have pretty detailed and interesting roadmap for the next year plus even, and yeah.
Quick
So as you
question
can,
on
yeah.
the SDK that you guys are offering to develop games. Like, what's the barrier to entry? Could someone that is not super technical create something, or there's still like a pretty hefty skill set involved?
Yeah, so this is something which is dedicated for game developers, right? So if you want to start developing games, you just need to learn how to develop games or how to use different tools to develop games in Unity, because we are building this on top of the Unity right now, or we are use a Unity engine. But in the future also. We want to integrate other games, not only Unity developed games. So we want to provide all the Web3 infrastructure for game developers. So let them focus on building games, right, and provide them all the smart contracts, all the integrations which they need to actually have this Web3 competitive games, because our focus right now is about competitive gaming, so the skill to earn games, but also probably in the sometime in the future we will introduce other to earn options. So right now the match ended. I was last. The Michał from our team who won. He just won 2.7 Zetas, because we cut our fee. We as a platform, we are fee-based platform. So as you can see, the gameplay is pretty smooth. It's super fun. It's competitive. So we encourage you to try those games on your own here. Play against your friends or other community members who are here on the ZetaChain Discord, and have fun.
Awesome. There are a couple questions in the chat.
Yeah.
W asks, will this game be included in XP Quest? So Upcade is actually going through the auditing process for XP, and we're figuring
Yes.
out a fun quest for that. So there's some alpha for y'all. And then Camille, like you mentioned a little bit about NFT integration. Like, how are you guys thinking about these in-game digital assets and how they might impact gameplay, and anything to share on just the Web3
Yeah.
infra?
So we want to have those skill to earn games, right? So we won't have games where NFTs will give you some advantages, right? So it won't be like pay to win style of games, but we are going to provide different features like skins, like other visual aspects of the weapon or of the of a person in game. It will be a lot of stuff here in case of this type of NFTs, like skins or around skins. We are also building a tool which let users to create AI generated skins, right? So you will be able to use your creativity and some tech tools to actually create skins, mint those skins on chain, use those skins in game, or sell those skins through the marketplace. So a lot of things are going on in case of the NFTs here in our products, and we are going to launch some of them pretty soon.
Cool. And there was also a question about the gameplay. So that was like, um, you showed off the multiplayer setup. Someone was asking about team versus team, this idea of
Yeah.
like a DAO potentially going up against another team is interesting to think about.
Yeah, so for now you have this option to play in the deathmatch mode. But yes, we have on our roadmaps also this type of solutions, and we are hearing our community, and we want to provide different gaming modes also in the future. So what you guys need, and if you have some ideas what we could also develop to make our products more fun and more entertaining, please let us know. We are building those products for you guys, so we are waiting for your improvements here.
Awesome. And then on the ZetaChain side, of course, we're collaborating on all the chain abstraction stuff. We just announced Unisat yesterday, a new Bitcoin wallet that is supported on ZetaChain. So yeah, this idea of being able to tap into Upcade and play games without leaving the Bitcoin network itself is something that you guys are also kicking around on the product team, right?
Yes, definitely is one of our goals here to provide this type, I mean the Web3 gaming utilities for the Bitcoin community. We are Bitcoiners here too, of course, and we are big fans of different use cases, different utilities on top of the Bitcoin network. So we do a lot of research and development here in this field, and also thanks to your technology, we are able to provide this type of integrations. So right now you can play with your Z BTCs, and we have more in our roadmap to create this process as smooth as possible, because we know that it's crucial for end users to have this process, I mean the onboarding process as smooth as possible, and it's crucial also from the sector perspective, I can say, because we are always talking about the Web3 gaming. It's like a driver for a mass adoption. Okay, of course it is, but we need to provide very smooth UX UI tools for people who are in the Web2 space right now. So we want to provide different tools like the account abstraction tools, social logins, and stuff like that, to create this onboarding process. And I mean the onboarding process for the whole Web3, not only for our products, but the onboarding process for the whole Web3, to let users from the Web2 space join our products and the whole Web3 as smooth as possible, because you saw that we have this lobby linking system, and probably some of your friends, and in this case, because we are in the Web3, a lot of our friends are in the Web3 space, but also we all know people who are not in the Web3 space yet, and we, for example, would like to play against them play against them block spectre or Web3 tanks. So we need this process and this onboarding process as smooth as possible for Web2 users. If we think about the mass adoption, we need to think about this next billion users who will join the Web3 space soon. Because right now numbers are that on the one hand you have around 1 million monthly active wallets in the Web3 gaming space, and more than 3 billion people in the web or in the gaming in general. So more than 3 billion people actually played some game at least once last year. So it's a big number, it's a big opportunity, a big range of potential players, but we need to have this onboarding process as smooth as possible, and this is also one of our goals here to create this onboarding process as easy as it should be for future players.
Yeah, we all have a responsibility to grow the user base in this space and make things easier and simpler. And yeah, as you know, ZetaChain's focused on the interop and UX problem.
Yeah.
There's also tools like Particle Network that support ZetaChain, which could be interesting to think about. I mean, I'm sure you guys are um, talking about that kind of stuff. I want to leave some time for the MotoDEX team, though. If there's time at the end, we'll come back to you, Camille. But thanks so much for sharing, and keep up the great work.
Thank you. Thank you.
Margaret, let's give another test on your mic.
Hi guys. Do
There you
hear me?
go. Hello. It works.
Hello. Yeah, finally. Yeah, I'm Margaret. Nice to meet you guys. I'm head of marketing of MotoDEX. At MotoDEX, we are building an exciting hyper-casual game where users participate in thrilling motorcycle races, develop their riders, improve high-speed tracks, etc.
Very cool. And maybe share a little bit more background. I connected with your team, Open by C. I'm not sure if that's like sort of the parent project behind some of these cool games you guys are building, but what's kind of like the structure of the project?
Yeah. For now, we have a rebranding from OpenYC to DEX Studios. It's a game studio, a full cycle. Um, in this studio, we have two games. The first game is MotoDEX. It's our main game. It's hyper casual game, and we have one more game. It's a DEX Go game. It's a game with augmented reality. It's Move to Earn. We are launching the DEX Go in few countries. It's Ukraine, England, France, Spain, Korea, and etc. And about MotoDEX, it's our main project now, and we have been developing it for more than 2 years.
Very nice. And yeah, you guys are at the top of DApp Radar game rankings, so obviously you found some traction, and the game is entertaining. And yeah, how has it been so far, and what have you been learning? What are users attached to? Uh, yeah.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, we have impressive statistics. Good. Currently, we have 70,000 unique active wallets per day. It's in ZetaChain. Um, yeah. We are launched in ZetaChain recently. Yeah.
Great. So yeah, is there anything you want to show off and walk us through? Maybe the live gameplay? That would be super cool.
Unfortunately, for now, I can't share my screen. It's a little bit. I can explain and share information about our game mechanic, maybe. Yeah, there are three main categories of objects in the game. The first one is game characters, are animated motorcyclist avatar representing the player in competition. And the second one is tracks, are locations where competitions take place. And third is health capsules, are items for restoring the vitality of game chat. Yeah, maybe I can share you our demo video of our game. Maybe I will try now.
Sure. Yeah, let's give it a go.
Mhm. Mm.
You guys are turning me into gamers here. My first entry point is in Web3 gaming. Okay, yeah, we could see your screen.
Yeah, fine. Now our game is available for both mobile phone and computers. You can download the application from the App Store or Google Play, or choose the browser version.
Very cool. This is also kind of in an older style design. Um,
Yeah, it's like a hyper casual. It's our new track, like a night.
Very
Yeah.
cool. Yeah, so what kind of goes into developing something like this? What's the structure of the team? And like Camille mentioned, they're building on Unity. Is there a game engine that you guys use?
Yeah, we have not a big team. It's about 10 employees. Alex Vinogradov is the founder our game studios and MotoDEX. Me, head of marketing and marketing, content, and developers team. Yeah, like that.
Cool. And then I'm curious, I'll pose the question to you, Camille, just when we think about, and you as well, Margaret, just like the state of Web3 gaming right now. Like, it's such a perfect use case for crypto, yet we still haven't seen things really take off and go viral. I think part of it is what we were talking about bringing users into the space, and the fact that it's still early in crypto, and we have to make the UX easier and onboarding easier. What's your 2 cents about current state of gaming right now, and what's going to make crypto gaming take off, you think, in the next year or so?
Yeah, constantly improve our game. Because for now, a lot of auditory, non-crypto auditory join to our game, for example, and we make a lot of guides for new players and auditory. For example, for our second game, DEX Go, we develop our TikTok account, Instagram account, and their non-crypto auditory. Non-crypto enthusiasts, it's simple people, and we share with them how to join to the crypto, to the our game, to the blockchain technology. Yeah, it's very good, I think. Exactly.
Yeah, so in my opinion, the end user or the user which we want to have in the Web3 gaming space, they are looking for a good entertainment here, right? So users from the Web2 space won't join the Web3 space because of the Web3 itself. So we want to, or we need to provide them a good entertainment first. Of course, the good onboarding, and yeah, the good value proposition in general here. And right now we have a situation where, in my opinion, we are still early. For example, we started our company in 2021 from the mobile gaming development. Then we switched to the Web3 gaming development in 2022, and we realized that we of course have a good landing pages of different projects who provide an infrastructure. But when we look at the code, it was like, okay, it's only landing page and we need to build the infrastructure on our own. I think that other companies, other studios or infrastructure providers realize that, okay, we need to build it from scratch, the whole infrastructure for the Web3 gaming, and it takes time, right? So I think right now we will see more and more new games in the space, and it will provide a good value proposition for those Web2 users to actually join the Web3, because they are looking for a good entertainment, and we can provide them some other new values on top of that, like better monetization of their time, because all of the assets will be on blockchain, so you can use those assets in the future. Even if you stop playing the game, you can sell it, exchange it, or whatever you want. So you have a better monetization of your time. And also, in our case, especially with this esport vibe, you have instant rewards from the competitive gaming. So you just, or you can right after your game, you can withdraw your reward and do whatever you want with your reward here. So Web3 in general provides a good value, new value proposition for Web2 gamers, but we need to think about the entertainment first, because Web3 web gamers in general, they want to have a good entertainment in game itself, but also with the gamification around the game. So all the activities with or all the stuff with skins, with other tools to collect, to exchange, etc., etc. But still, it's this game or gamification. It's entertainment value proposition for future players. So in one sentence, to answer your question, in my opinion, we are still early, but new games are under the development right now, and we will see a better or more rich portfolio of different games, on-chain games or Web3 games, so better value proposition for users to actually transfer from the Web2 space. But the crucial thing here is, in my opinion, this onboarding process.
100%. Couldn't agree more, and especially that last point about entertainment. These things actually need to be fun. And the same for like a technical blockchain like ZetaChain. You got to keep things fun and interesting. That's the beauty of crypto, and the primitives are there. Like it just so makes sense.
And just one more thing to add here. That in case of the building infrastructure, for example, what you guys doing here, providing this omni-chain infrastructure, we want in the future to have in this smooth onboarding process or smooth gaming process in the future, people to actually play the games. And this type of infrastructure is super needed, because right now we can say that Upcade is multi-chain, but we cannot say that it's omni-chain, right? Because you play against other players who are on the same blockchain, right? But the future, in my opinion, is in this omni-chain perspective, where people will be just playing games, right? With whoever they want, and they will have a smooth experience. So the smooth and good entertainment here.
Yep, doesn't matter what chain you're on, meet people where they are. I think that's a good place to close. I want to thank you, Camille and Margaret and Mergonk, for demoing, and yeah, keep up the great work. And as you guys build new functionality and release new games, we'd love to have you back on for another Zeta Demo Day. So thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.